Hey guys, we're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
James.
And we're doing a new show. Well, not new, but it's in its first... The first season just ended a little while ago. Raised by Wolves.
Definitely new to us.
Yes,
new to us. I've been wanting to watch it for a long time. All I know about it is... I did watch the trailer a while ago. I thought it looked cool. And Ridley Scott... Ridley's involved.
Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
But we're not sure if he just produced it, just created it, directed it,
Yeah.
or all three.
Yeah.
We have not done our homework because we want to go into this with that nice, refreshing feeling of a new series.
Mm-hmm. And I love Travis Fimmel. So, yeah.
And the Man Crush.
Man Crush.
Man Crush Travis Fimmel, man. Can't wait till Viking Season 6 Part B comes out. You know I'll be checking that out, so stay tuned. Other than I don't have really anything to say or talk about because I don't really know anything. So you guys ready to watch us?
Let's do it, man. I don't know anything about it.
Let's do it.
Go.
When I saw your backside, I was repelled. However, after seeing you from the front, I now find you very attractive.
See, for me...
I feel optimistic.
Yes.
I think this is supposed to be kind of dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like state trooper humor.
Mm-hmm.
I take that back. I know some nice state troopers.
Yeah, I know one who's pretty cool. So they're obviously androids, probably, right?
Right.
Yeah.
This reminds me like they acting like an early Star Trek or something.
Well, they're the android, like they're kind of basic, emotionless,
Yeah.
soulless type beings.
Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Those helmets remind me of Legos.
Right?
The old Lego medieval sets.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what that reminds me of.
I'm loving the production so far.
Looks great. Yeah.
They're out.
Looks fantastic
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah.
right now.
Good little dome.
It's a bouncy house.
Nice. So cool.
Doesn't look very bouncy.
Initiating trimester 1.
Different ports on her abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
Be kind of cool, wouldn't it? To be like the Adam and Eve on the planet.
You'd be lonely if you came from this.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. So you basically just cut the umbilical cord.
It's some baby jelly.
It's cool seeing babies.
I like
It is
that they
cool.
didn't use CG. If it is CG, it's done in a way
It's
that
done
it's
well.
still
Yeah.
got some character to it.
Yeah.
You still felt
They don't
that.
look realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they have character.
I don't know, when you see babies, you just get that good feeling inside.
He's not breathing.
A dud.
Give him to me.
Our
Oh,
programming
Yes,
dictates that we need to break it down. Feed him to the others.
Jesus.
Let me help you first.
for some emotion, them not having emotions, I feel a little emotion here.
No, there is some emotion.
Yeah,
It seems like it's been
Yeah. She.
boiled down.
Yeah. Yeah. Like look at her right
Yeah,
there.
she's pretty emotional right now.
I know, that's the thing. It's boiled down to...
Yeah.
It's flat, but it's there. You know, she doesn't have any nipples, so she doesn't nurse.
Yeah. She has mine are just.
I didn't notice that, Jack.
That's the first time I looked. There's no fucking nipples there. Okay.
I called you Jack.
I'd rather have been
Jack.
Jack, but I got Zach.
She's crying. Baby's fussing.
Nice.
Kind of reminds me of 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
So they got a lot of genetic diversity here.
yeah.
We have Asian, Caucasian, African.
Get down!
One of those kind of mothers, huh?
Yeah.
So they know their mother and father are androids. Oh.
On 3.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
3.
Ah, that's cool.
It's really cool. It looks...
It's not T-Rex, is it?
No, it just looks...
It almost looks like a big alligator.
Yeah, I was thinking alligator.
I swear to God, if that's a pit where there's a big fucking monster in it, and the parents just never made it out there that far off their farm to know it's there.
In the several years that they've been
Yeah,
there.
and they just let the kid wander out there.
There's one of our dolls right there. You see that?
Good observation.
One of the voodoo dolls.
Voodoo doll.
The one fucking Asian.
Camping, you poor boy. You look exhausted. You need to get some sleep.
Like Hermione.
What?
I don't want to.
That's fucking creepy.
The Ark of the Mythraic has arrived and is now orbiting the planet.
That's what that was.
I'm going down there to make contact, so that when Mother and I are gone, you will be taken care of.
Make contact.
But there are enemies.
We told you they live down in these pits to keep your children from playing near them. After what happened to Tally, we couldn't afford to take any chances.
I've told my kids similar things before. Oh shit.
Father! The rope is fraying!
It wasn't tied off.
That was such a tense scene. I thought for sure someone's gonna fucking...
Oh.
She's levitating.
Oh, fucking high school, I did that shit.
Shit.
Tell me where you went today.
Nowhere.
You're lying.
I followed Father to your ship.
Oh shit.
God, Jesus.
Sing like the fucking choir.
Singing like the choir, yep. She's breaking down. I think she's having some
Yeah, there's some issues here.
issues now.
We failed him, Mother, and we failed our children.
Stop. Speak.
She's going to kill him.
Let me help you.
Oh.
Told you she's going to kill him.
Oh.
Mother, I'm damaged. Help me back to the park.
Fuck. No coming back from that. No coming back from that. You're done.
The Man of Steel.
Oh, fuck. Get the look.
Holy shit. Mother's definitely gonna know now. Oh. Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Neither was I.
I thought I was gonna shoot
You thought
out
maybe
of
it would, fire off in the
Yeah.
sky. Oh, well, ain't over yet.
Need a little help? Get out? Damn. More fucking dinosaurs.
Mother?
Like Simba Mufasa.
Damn.
I don't think she's dead. She's not dead, though.
No, I don't think so either.
She's like Scar.
Yeah.
She's not Mufasa.
Greetings. What is your faith?
We are not believers.
So conquistadors almost, right?
They definitely have the Crusader look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like
We received your signal.
Knights Templar.
Yeah, yeah.
Sent the Ark.
I'm really digging their look.
Yeah, me too.
It does bother me, these
What's
people
that delay?
imposing themselves on a woman and their child. But I'm assuming that they suspect she's not a human.
We don't want to know your names. I'll show you where you can sleep.
Damn. She's brutally honest.
You sleep in the bouncy house.
Obviously, she's an android. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Wait.
Stay away. Careful.
Oh. That android is not playing around.
He's pissed off because of his haircut.
Yeah. That's like Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men. The whole movie.
It's like the android from Dumb. He's like the Dumb and Dumber version of
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fighting back. Kind of rooting for her, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I am too. I don't like what she did to the father, but
Right.
I'm rooting against that fuck.
If you're on Travis Fimmel's side, you gotta be rooting for him.
Yes. Damn.
I'm not sure I need to know more about the Mythraic
Oh yeah, for
before
sure.
I say I'm voting for her, because she might just be like breaking down psycho android that
Yeah,
isn't really looking out for the kid's best interest. She's just following her protocol.
yeah. Crappy whistle ship.
It does have a goddamn whistle.
That's kind of scary.
Fuck yeah, it was. She's over.
I get that it's supposed to be like a badass moment for her.
Yeah. He's like, oh fuck. She just hijacked the space shuttle. He said, get out, bitch.
Obviously, Travis Fimmel is not dead.
No, it's Travis Fimmel.
Fennel?
Fimmel.
That's what I've been saying.
No, I know. I said you're right. He's Travis
Oh.
No, I
Fimmel.
thought you were trying to correct me.
She's
No.
going,
Motherfucker, that's what I've been saying.
she's going directly to them.
Approaching craft. Please identify.
Your worst fucking nightmare. Oh, she cloaked him.
I became Marcus. The fuck you acting weird for? Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, I know. It's
Jeez.
I mean, it's kind of a cool effect, but
It definitely is a cool
it's
effect.
it's like an overpowered character. Because this is kind of getting old and not as interesting anymore. And she's just throwing people up.
I think it's amazing.
I think it's pretty amazing.
I think it's her like swan song. It's like,
I don't think she's dead. I don't think she's dying
you
soon.
don't think so?
No, but if she, I mean, it makes sense that she would die, but I don't think.
No, she's gonna kill all these people on this fucking ship, and then Fimmel will be left to.
Security retinal ID required.
I don't got any of those.
Not anymore.
You done blow them up, bitch.
Whoops. Oh.
ID confirmed. Sequence initiated.
She's made new again, probably.
That's what I was wondering.
The kids, the humanity's children.
Yeah.
And she's going in there to steal all them babies.
Got dumb in the hole, man.
I want you to do your best to make your new friends comfortable. I still have a few chores I need to attend to.
I know I'm not safe with her now. But I guess I never was. That part of her was always in there. Hiding. Maybe there's something hiding inside of me too.
So a lot has happened on Kepler 22b. Lots to talk about. There's some big themes here,
A lot to talk about. I mean, that was.
and I love these kind of shows. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, I love talking about them. Hopefully, it ends up being fulfilling.
It was definitely a good, as far as the first experience
Yeah.
of this show. I mean, it was definitely a good experience.
Yeah, the pilot is strong, and the production is just great too.
The visuals. I mean, the visuals are incredible. You know, from the spaceships to even the world that they're on, that they go to. It's kind of, you know, gray and drab, but it's got a cool effect to it. You know, that really drags you in.
Yeah, I feel like they're homesteaders.
Yeah.
On the new frontier, kind of like, you know, homesteaders. You know, just like I guess Europeans when they came over here.
Yeah,
I got that kind of feel.
I kind of got a feeling of more of like Native Americans in some ways, because in the Europeans were the people that came in the ship. You know what I mean?
Almost.
Almost like they're invading their invading their land. But yeah,
I don't know. When they were pioneer setting, the landscape itself will kill you. Let alone these people trying to survive on it and what they're trying to survive and what they came from. So, these people, these androids with their kids are kind of like pioneers for their directive.
Mm-hmm.
What does she call it? Part of her build description. They
The
have this
cloaking effect.
they have this directive to go there and to raise humanity based on the ideals that are programmed into them by their creator.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously they have shortcomings because these things are breaking down.
Mm-hmm.
They have a life expectancy.
Well, they either have the ability to go outside of those confines at times, or the breaking down causes the...
Well, the father was able to think beyond their directive.
Yeah, I think it was... Honestly, the mother was embracing kind of more maternal things, where she wanted to protect her children, and she wanted to do things a certain way that she thought was best.
But she was also the one that was breaking down, and not the father.
You are right about that.
It might have been
he was breaking down too. He said he was breaking down, but we had a lot of visual cues for her breakdowns.
She was definitely breaking down a lot sooner.
That's what it felt like. Yeah,
it might have been the more emotion that came into them, the more that they could push the boundaries of what they were capable of. Because it seemed like even towards the end, she might not have known that she was capable of blowing people up with her eyeballs.
She obviously didn't know that she could cloak herself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So obviously there must be some other...
She was learning some new stuff about herself.
Yeah. She...
Or maybe it's one of those things where... Because, so when she was dreaming, to me, there was like a flashback of the war. Where they can go into basically this war mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, where they can fly around and fucking...
True, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Very true, yeah.
So in some instances, because maybe she's a special model.
Yeah, and then
or
it's
maybe she's just unique in general.
And just like we see this kind of Star Wars universe, when when they're under great threat, they can basically push their boundaries, so they can supersede their restrictions to do certain things. Protect a prime initiative, the prime directive, whatever, which is probably to save these children and everything else.
Yeah,
that's
a good point.
Raise humanity on this planet.
Well, to me, it's like if you're raising humanity according to their ideals, because they obviously drew a line when they were talking to their kids about the Mythraic and the atheists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So even though they're saying, hey, we believe in this, we don't believe in a God and everything else, they're still drawing lines for the kids. They're still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're atheistic humans that build these androids.
Mm-hmm. They oppose the Mythraic.
Yeah.
That built them to be able to transport embryos to other planets and to aid in the birth of children to progenerate the human series. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So they keep the human race going. They're an endangered race.
Yeah.
It seemed like there was a war and a Mythraic won.
They did say that the Mythraic won.
Which Campion was talking about that, saying aren't they right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is honestly, which is interesting, which is kind of like a way of a certain viewpoint. You know what I mean?
There are definitely a lot of philosophical debates going on in this one episode.
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure. It presents a lot of big ideas.
This episode was incredibly deep. It really was.
For instance, she's obviously, you can boil it all down to this. I was uncomfortable with her being this quote unquote single mother with her son.
Yeah.
Out there, these guys are kind of putting themselves on them, insisting that they stay there.
Yeah.
I didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
But
that was
obviously she's a fucking android that's breaking down, and it's going to cause some serious shit.
And he knew it.
I mean, it goes in both ways. It was uncomfortable to imagine that situation for us, but we know that she is not what she seems.
Yeah, and that's what's cool when I think a show can make you feel torn. Yeah, I mean,
well, I definitely don't feel torn because in the end, she's breaking down.
Yeah.
Is she just going to keep going around ransacking fucking human settlements and stealing all their children and for the betterment of humanity?
Yeah, I guess it depends. Like you said, we don't know enough about the Mythraic.
Yeah.
We don't. And they're all dead.
So who's right? I guess I imagine it's going to be very gray, and there's probably good and bad.
Well, it definitely seems like there's some stark contrasts.
Yeah.
The Mythraic are obviously they have the Knights Templar get up.
Yep.
They're made to look like these crusaders.
They look badass.
And
yeah.
It's just, obviously. It's going to be very black and white in some instances.
Yeah.
But I think that the circumstances that Marcus is under now are going to force him maybe to, I don't know, maybe not. He may stick to his beliefs and be, gung-ho and fucking take the fight to her. Or, maybe it'll be more nuanced over time and he'll see things in a different light. I don't think she's going to.
So, no, I can't imagine that.
I tell you what, I really enjoyed about this episode was when it first started out, it was very dry as far as the emotion of the characters. But tell you what, throughout this whole first episode, there was a ton of emotions and feelings, and it really grabbed me in. It was heartbreaking to see the kids drop dead one by one. It
started with 12 embryos, and then there was just Campion left in the end.
One left, and of course Tally died by jumping in the hole or falling in the hole, which was bad.
That takes you back to that quote that the mother was saying to Campion and Spiria to resist the urge to seek solace in fantasy.
Yeah.
Obviously, but then the father goes back and says later, the more he loses, the more he's pushed towards it.
That was an interesting dynamic, because it seemed like the mother was completely on one side, and the father wasn't. He wasn't on the extreme side, but he was moving that direction.
I think it's just
he faced reality.
Yeah, I think
the father was more understanding.
Yeah, he was.
He was like, "Well, I don't believe this, but this is what's going on."
Right.
But so this is what's best for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it wasn't about their directive. He was like, "This is what's best for the boy."
Well, I mean, it just it makes the most sense. When androids broke down, what would he do?
Yeah,
he'd be nothing.
Exactly.
Especially with that young.
Yeah.
And that kind of a planet.
Well, I wonder what breakdown means. Like, we're breaking down soon. Does it mean in another 10 years? I mean, because if the plan was always, if they were all going to be 12, then now, I think that was a shitty plan. So
you don't know.
I'm wondering if what breaking down soon means like tomorrow, or I guess 10 years, 5 years.
Yeah.
If he's 15 even, that's a much better. You know what I mean?
I also liked when the father basically said we suck, because he said we failed the mission. We had 12 embryos.
Yeah.
We only have one left. We suck. And in some ways, obviously Mother, she was all about the mission, but I think Father, even though, like I said, he was moving away from that atheist mindset and that mission, he wanted to carry out the mission in a different way.
Yeah.
By making sure that Campion survived with...
Well, ultimately, their directive was the survival of the human race.
Right,
yeah.
right.
So, but I think survival is obviously Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yes.
There's survival, and then there's because there's water, and then food, and then there's this, and there's that, and eventually you have all those things, and then you have art and culture, beliefs, and everything else. Yeah. I mean, so I think, he just wanted to make sure Campion survived, which obviously is.
What's interesting is do they have a learning based AI that he was able to change his directive over time,
right?
Because obviously she is still. This is how it is. This is the directive. This is my base. This is my what is it called? What the fuck did I find?
This is my baseline. There's no coming off of that for her.
Yeah, the build description. This is my build description. This is what I was meant to do. This is what I'm going to do. And he's like, well, we tried that. It didn't work. We got to think about Campion now and not what the creator wanted. Kind of that thing.
Exactly.
Well, what's interesting is did they have just such a limited number of resources when they sent these androids and pods out to other planets? Did they have we have the baseline, we have these we have a mother and we have a father, we have the embryos, and then you got to farm, because they didn't give them any more resources to jumpstart civilization.
Right. Yeah, but I also like that there are limitations.
Well, yeah,
they were sent to that planet, but it's not just go there. We got all this shit in these capsule pods. Just boom, fucking make it happen.
Capsule corporation.
Yeah, exactly.
Put that in there, baby.
Fucking Dragon Ball Z reference. Yes, I mean it's not like they just bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and it's all fucking great.
Right.
It's these androids are obviously a pillar of human accomplishment.
Yeah,
but they are limited. They're not.
Yeah, so is that because humanity is a dying race, and whoever sent them, we have this number of resources, so we got to divide it up evenly, and everyone gets a tiny little bit.
Yeah,
because if they wanted to absolutely ensure the survival of the human race,
they would spread it out.
Well, there's that, but you also want to give them the best possible chance. Throw in some fucking polio vaccine. Yeah, I mean,
right. Yeah, and then maybe at that point that's not an issue. You don't know.
Or it could be one of those eugenic things or whatever, where it's okay, well, the strong will survive.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, it's like Westworld when they talk about Ed Harris, and they're trying to produce immortality by cloning your body but transferring your mind, and then they discover that it just can't be done. You remember in season 2, season 1, no, season 2, when they were they had that guy in that fucking little octagon.
Oh,
room,
yes.
And they just kept reproducing him.
Yeah.
And
it was that fucking prick.
Yeah. And the guy that owned it, he was the owner of the company, and Ed Harris was his son-in-law.
Yeah, yeah.
But they never could get it right.
He plays in Ozarks. That's why we're gonna watch that.
Ozarks, great show.
Either way, they could never get it right, and there are limitations. Like everything that was great about that universe and everything they could accomplish, it was ultimately capped. Mm-hmm. They could not get it right in the end. So it's kind of cool that they placed that here. Mm-hmm. Because it's just like in Blade Runner with Rachel, how she was able to have a child. Yeah. And she was like a miracle to them. Yeah. You know, maybe the mother in this instance with her fucking battle mode, you know, floating in the sky and blowing people up and shit. Like maybe she's kind of the pinnacle of android, you know, development. Yeah. But she's still breaking down.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, and I don't know if I'm right. I'm just saying.
No, you're good.
It's an observation.
Keep talking. Yeah, I like that.
That was good.
And that's where I'm going. Like, it's just the thing. You don't. I like that there are caps in place. I like that there are limitations. I like that it's not just like they're fucking. You know, obviously she's a badass, but she is breaking down and losing her mind.
So the serpents or whatever, who created those holes? We have the remains of them, right?
Yeah.
They don't look like fossils,
right?
They look like.
They're not deep enough to be fossils.
Yeah, they look like they recently died.
They don't look as fossils are basically, you take the calcium, it's basically just rock. Yeah. It's kind of indistinguishable from rock.
Right.
And they look like bones.
Well, what did he pull out of the fucking rock when he... Remember when the father was climbing down in the tunnel? Yeah. And he pulled that, looked like a snake skin?
It looked like a snake skin. That's what I'm saying. So are those still around?
Well, you know, they already eliminated one major threat in this first episode. The goddamn Mythraic. That arc that was there, she already went up there, and she already killed everybody, and she already crashed it.
How do they everybody, though? They might have more than one ship.
They might have more than one ship. But as far as the ships go, she took that one out, and Travis, old Marcus, is the only one left.
Yep.
Plus the kids.
Right.
Now, it doesn't mean the kids can't undermine anything.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But what other threat is going to be there in that landscape other than the serpents?
Yeah, you're right. So there's got to be a threat. And I imagine
something's coming.
Because she can't just be flying around trying to blow Marcus up the whole time.
Right. Yeah, so I imagine Marcus is going to be there, and it's going to be this science versus faith. And it's going to be like, you know, where we live with Mother, then off a night we sneak and we listen to Marcus, maybe. Yeah. And if the children know Marcus.
The other ones,
yeah.
I mean, obviously he's going to be trying to find a way to reclaim the kids.
Yeah, they
can't. Both directives for Marcus and Mother are the children. The continuing the human race.
Yeah. We got to remember though, Marcus is afraid of her. He saw what she did to.
Yeah, and I imagine
he knew though. Yeah, and he's also a war vet.
Right. He's a war vet. He told the other android, a fucking goofy ass haircut guy, we need your help.
Right.
But he also told the other guys, don't look at her.
Yeah.
When she did that shit.
So
when this guy's on the outside of her house.
Right.
Yeah. So so does that screw with the programming? Is that like? You know, that's what I'm wondering. Like, she didn't use the lethal force when he didn't look at her.
It could be just an oversight to prolong the plot.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we can't kill this guy.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, we gave him a mullet. It's too late. We're invested.
So you gotta watch, like, I've watched interviews. He's rocking that thing before this show started.
Well, it looks good on him. Some people can pull off the mullet.
I used to have a hell of a mullet.
I don't do
like we said, sometimes people can pull it off, Jamie.
Yeah, I said sometimes.
Sometimes.
Pictures floating around with me and a mullet.
When I was a kid,
send it to me. I'll send it to Billy.
When I was a kid, I had a mullet. Okay, I don't have one now, and it's just the truth. It's just I had to accept reality. But
you had to go to the meetings and you came to terms, and after some medication,
I made it right. I'm okay now.
The truth of the matter is, the mullet ratio in Marietta's pretty high still.
Well, it's Appalachian, Ohio, and around here, it's an acceptable fashion.
It is.
You know, and some people can, it doesn't matter where you're at. Some people can pull it off. You know, I don't know about this guy.
I would. You know what? I got it all over, so I don't like.
I can just imagine somebody looking at you with a mullet, and they're trying to determine if they want to accept you for the mullet or deride you for your skin tone.
It's like Filipino or
they're just looking at you like they're just their heads turning back and forth, and they just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, is he trying to be one of us?
Yeah, you know, that's pretty much my whole life. That's what it's been.
That's it.
You know what you should know is like going to his house for fucking Thanksgiving, man. I'm the
I grew up with you. It was just it had to be accepted.
pretty much.
So they just didn't think about it anymore.
No, they let me come around. They let me get some food sometimes. Yeah, I mean,
They fed
as long as I don't look them in the eye.
fed you scraps, table scraps.
Yeah, so I guess to me that's the dynamic going forward. I imagine the science versus faith thing will will continue going on. So they need to show us the evils of faith and the good stuff of faith and the evils of just pure atheism and the goods of it.
They have in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, because at least they've tipped their hat to faith because of what, the father's saying, that the more he loses, the more he's pushed towards it. Like, this kid is experiencing great loss.
Yeah.
And he just wants some hope.
Yeah. But, like, is that, like, to me, there's, like, I think there's other things they can show, the creators of the show can show about faith. That's more than just when someone dies.
They can build on it.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously they're showing in an embryonic setting. Like, this kid at the end, the kind of the petri dish of this kid's faith is like, they're living in what could be compared to the American West, where all these people are fucking dying out there.
Yeah.
And like, this kid's being pushed towards whatever hope he can find.
Did you guys pick up when the Ark people predicted or think that Campion maybe the prophet?
Yeah, he might. Yeah.
So
I forgot about that. I should write that down.
Yeah. The mysteries, the Mythraic.
So there's something in their religion that might say that there's maybe an atheist child that comes along that fulfills their religion.
The Mythraic mysteries, is that what
Yeah. So I found that
it's funny because Marcus is like, well, calm down. We don't know enough yet. Yeah, he's very...
Right. But obviously that was most likely foreshadowing something that may be coming down the road.
I think these people are zealots.
Yeah.
I mean, there are zealots among them because maybe Marcus is more of a realist.
Right.
Yeah, because I met a lot of because I believe in a higher power, but I met people who are they're zealots and they're nuts. You know what I mean? and they completely misrepresent what I believe can be a good thing.
But they just need to have.
And I've also seen like the evils of religion as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then I've seen for me, you know what I mean? Like one of my best friends is an atheist, and I've seen the goods of that and the bads of that. And I think it just don't be an asshole no matter what you believe.
There are historic examples of both.
Yeah. Like we have Martin Luther King Jr. and then we have Hitler did believe in something, right?
Hitler's not a good example. I think I would go more towards, as far as religion goes.
Yeah.
You can go back to the all-time favorite. You can go back to the Crusades.
Yeah,
but Crusades. At the same time, though, you look. I don't know. It's a fucking rabbit hole because people are going to look at that and the Crusades. Most of the people may not have believed either. They just use it as an excuse to invade some land. And get some money.
Of course.
So and the same thing with Hitler. Hitler could have just fucking been it around.
Yeah. Well, from what I understand, I've read because he definitely used religion, whether they believe it or not.
They hijack it.
And you can turn around and use Stalin, because Stalin was an atheist.
Yeah.
But, he was obviously all about, consolidation of power and making that money and fuck the Russians, He was Georgian anyway.
There's good and bad on both sides. I would love to see that. You know what I mean?
Well, Mother did feed him, did give him a roof for the night when they needed it. Obviously, it went south from there, but...
Well, you can see that the boy, Campion, was affectionate towards her.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm not going to leave here without Mother.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think they raised him right.
But he realizes in the end that he's not safe around her anymore.
Yeah, he realizes.
Yeah.
He says that.
Yeah, he says it right at the end,
But what would lead him to believe that? Because from what I saw, she was just protecting him.
Probably.
Like he could be a little.
You can probably see the sporadic behavior.
Yeah, and he feels compassion. He feels compassion for both sides because he's the one who said, "Yeah, Mother, let him stay the night." So he feels compassion for his mother, obviously, or mother, and the people. I just call them people of the Ark because I can't pronounce that. Mythraic. He feels compassion for them. So
you mumbled that.
But obviously Campion was the driving force of some of the compassion that Mother had towards the Ark people. So I don't know. It's just such a good show, man.
Really Campion knows he has. He knows something's up with what happened to his father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he knows that's fishy.
You're definitely right about that.
So obviously there's obviously a trust issue between him and Mother now. Yeah. And then all this shit breaks loose and she's blowing all these fucking guys' faces off and everything, and
so cooking them with her eyes.
Yeah, and flying off as, some goddamn messianic woman version of C-3PO flying in the air. Okay, I don't know.
The other thing that grasped me was the visuals, man. When she walked down that white hall and just the blood exploding, the contrast of the red and the white, this exploding on the walls left and right. I don't know if you really liked that part, but for me, man, that was just like, wow.
Like it's a cool visual effect,
right?
Yeah,
but it's just
you want a little more from it.
I don't know. I know I said what I said.
Yeah,
but when you look at it in the long term, you're kind of wondering how the fuck is Marcus going to do anything about this?
Yeah,
you know,
where do you go from here? Yeah,
he's going to look down.
How do you combat that?
Shit, and you may know. You know, I guess why he didn't look at. You know, I don't know. There's more to it that we don't know yet.
Well, so I wonder because part of me was like, so the first thing that she did was she did that thing with her eyes,
right?
Blinded them and it fucked
her face.
But it was more than just that. If you don't look at her and she shoot that shit at you, it's going to melt your eyelids.
Yeah, because
she can rip your eyelids off.
You might not even have to be looking at him.
It might be
like him.
That guy in the fucking ship when she pulled him out from under there.
Yeah,
and he wasn't looking. He's like looking around and he ripped his eyelid off.
Yeah.
She ripped his eyelid off.
Yeah, right.
He wasn't looking at her. It didn't permit her to do anything.
That's upset. So I don't know.
So something happened there, and I'm wondering if it's just like Blade Runner 2049. I lost it.
Well,
that'll come to me in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, but we ended the note. I mean, the episode ended on the note of Campion is having doubts. Marcus's character is out there, but the mother is in possession of the children.
Marcus is devastated. I mean, he just saw his spacecraft hit the mountain, and he actually called to the Ark.
Yeah.
And
is he gonna have a crisis of faith now, or is it, like Zach wondered, or is he gonna have more resolve now?
No one answered, and then like you said, Campion's like
it could go either way. Yeah,
I'm not safe with my mother anymore.
Yeah,
like he made like I said, the directive for each of them is for the prolonging the human race.
Yeah,
to reestablish it, to reinvigorate it, and you got one guy that's on Mythraic side, obviously has his foundations laid in faith. But more than that, because they use science, they use the androids. Mm-hmm. They had an android with them. Mm-hmm. It's not like they're like the Amish,
right?
Yeah, but there's obviously some discrepancies there.
Well, this is a 2020 Brady Bunch, man. They're going to marry the two families together, and we'll see how fucking goes.
That's sure shit ain't going to
happen. Guys, I'm not sure much else. You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
No, man, I can't wait till the next episode.
Yeah, I think things I'm interested about. I love the science versus faith, and I love lore. I'm wondering, who was on this planet? Was there any kind of race on this planet before them? That's now extinct? Are there any other animals? Are there snake things, like you said? Are they still alive?
Right.
I don't see this kind of a story going in a direction of like Star Wars, where they're doing that. I mean, there is world building.
Yeah.
But it's obviously it's definitely focused on things that are important to people now.
Yeah, it's philosophical. There's not going to it's more philosophical than it is like.
Yeah, and I definitely love the tone.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was going to like the tone when I first saw it advertised.
Yeah.
With their sleek gray outfits and the goddamn Lego helmets.
It's like, is it going to go the Star Wars way, or is it going to go like the 100 way? And I know you haven't seen that, but the 100 is a lot about just surviving. Just survive.
I can see it elevating beyond. I mean, I think survival is going to be a key point.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But I think on top of that, you're going to have the philosophical battle between these two, plus the realities of the fact that this mother's, losing her shit.
Right.
But where does that leave Marcus? We really haven't got. We have some glimpses of his character. We just established that he's more of a realist or more practical than the other guys.
Seemingly so far, yeah.
Because they're all spouting off, prophecy.
Yeah.
And he's going, oh, wait a minute.
He's a little more restrained. Yeah. He's a war vet, And he's the only one still alive out of their group.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily because... We don't know yet if it's because of him or because the story needs him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see that because I'm kind of... That's... My views on this show are kind of saddled on things like that.
Yeah.
Do you just keep characters alive just because you need them? Did you actually take the time to, make it... Was there a reason that she didn't fucking kill him?
Yeah. Well, I think he's going to be around.
Well, I definitely think he'll be around for a while. I definitely think there'll be a reason, I hope. But if they don't develop that reason... Oh, that's what I was fucking going for. Yeah. On Blade Runner 2049, where they said that I don't remember the guy's name in the first one. Tyrell.
Okay.
Tyrell from the first one.
Yeah.
Jared Leto tries to say that Harrison Ford meeting Rachel was a setup. Mm-hmm. You know, the whole scenario was a setup for her to give birth, to produce this miracle of these replicants. Yeah. You know, but the fucker, that's like a goddamn plot hole, because did Tyrell also... You know, the whole reason that whole setup occurred was because these other replicants came back to Earth and killed his fucking ass. Yeah. You know, so did he just know he was going to die? You know, was he planning on it? Because obviously, I don't think he's planning on dying, because when he died, he didn't seem happy about it. Okay? So, you know, this is like, this better not be a plot hole like that. And Ridley Scott directed the old one, so... he didn't direct the new one.
No, he didn't.
So, no, his hands are... He's Pontius Pilate on that one.
Yeah.
Washed his fucking hands up.
Yeah, Pontius Pilate was innocent, let me tell you.
Innocent.
I don't have too much else to talk about. I love this pilot. I'm really looking forward to our discussions moving forward.
Me too. I liked it.
Yeah, it was great.
I was entertained. Yeah. It got my attention. Obviously sparked a lot of conversation. You know,
some of the best reactions that do that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I want more. Yeah.
Let's get more. Let's do it, guys. Guys, thank you so much for watching this reaction and breakdown of the pilot. We're really interested so far. Love it thus far. If you like this, like us, like what we do, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. If we mess something else, let us know. If you have any questions, let us know. And check out our other reactions.